It's my pleasure to share my idea in RGBink solution for the stadium application. And I would like to ask you to follow with me so we can discover the solution of the stadium together. Normally, when we want to discover the solution for one of the application, we will discover 5W first, and then we know how to do that. So this is one of the habits, like engineering habit, to make this happens. Maybe you will be curious about what is 5W. Okay, let's find it together. So the 5W is when, where, who, what, and why. Let's go together from when. When is video processing for any scale at stadium. You can take out the sentence in between. So we can say, when is the stadium application will happens? And what's the requirement for this kind of happens? It happens in real time. So the value for the stadium application is the real-time content distribution. So this is like a keyword for the stadium application, which you need to start from. If you had any question about this, or you cannot follow this idea, it's no problem. We can find out more detail in the coming presentation. The second W is where is the stadium? Because there is a lot of stadium in the city. There is a lot of stadium in the world. How to make this kind of application for all these stadiums? The value behind the stadium application is the entertainment. So if you want to make the application for the stadium, you need to start from entertainment. How to make the entertainment happens. And this is where you will start the stadium application. Let's say entertainment. This is one of the example for the boxing stadium. What kind of entertainment you can find that? First day, you can find the display in the middle. And this is normally is a 4-size displays. And you will find the display maybe here. The display maybe here. And you will find some of the VIP rooms here. Some of the message screen. This is the entertainment. It will be down for the boxing stadiums. This is another example for the American football. You will find the entertainment point right on the top. You will find the entertainment screen all around the stadiums. You will find some VIP rooms. You can find the advertisement position. This is another application in Japan. So this kind of the stadium entertainment point is also quite clear. You will see the display, the stage display. This is another application in US. And this kind of entertainment point is also quite easy to find out. The display in the middle, but on the top. And a message display all around the stadiums. Some of the message screen, like press box. Some of the VIP rooms, some of the club rooms. And who is the stadium customer? The stadium customer for sure is known for the player, is for the audience. It's known for the player to play the football. It's for the people to watch the game. So to entertainment the audience is much important than the player on the field. So if you agree on that, you will see who is the audience. The audience on side who cheers up for the players. The audience in the club who cheers up together with the fans of the team. The watcher who cannot go to the stadium, they need to watch the broadcasting at home or in a restaurant, the TV watcher. There is the VIP audience also. They have more higher level, need more entertainment and need more power to decide which kind of content to watch. The audience in the press box, so they can do the report for this game, for this match, for us in real time, much better. The audience in the control room, so they can management how the content can be distributed and how the content can show with more value. And what's important for the stadium? Because the stadium business is a real-time happens. And the content delivery in real time without compress to make sure the image quality can be match the best for the audience requirement. And why we care about the stadium business. The key word for the stadium business we suggest to find out is sports entertainment. And this kind of answer we suggest you can do to find more in your area. For the Middle East, the sports entertainment since just start, and that's a lot of potential to find out. And when we go back to the audience, what's the value for the audience to join the stadium activity? Because every audience, they knows with the join for the stadium activity, they can enjoy the competition in their heart. Doesn't matter is the personal, or doesn't matter is the parties. Everybody and the parties, they had a competition to each other. And the stadium business is one kind of application can enjoy this kind of competition better. For example, this is the picture in one of the sports stadiums. How many people you can see inside these pictures? There is quite a lot of audience. Almost very difficult to find out there is a room left in these pictures. Why so many audience so excited to be join this stadium? Because they are looking for the champion time. For example, this is a champion time, and this champion time can share the competition idea for each of the people and each of the party. If you can follow with me about the 5W behind the stadium business, and then we can discover the business solution for the stadium more easily. Why the entertainment sports is the know-how for the stadium business. Let's find some of the stadium design. This is one of the stadium design. And for this stadium design picture, what can you find out? You can find a lot of food, a lot of drink, some kind of entertainment on the left. Why the stadium design so many food court pickup points, so many drink restaurants, so many shop, so many entertainment points? Because they want to enjoy the audience. And you can find almost the same thing happens in the football stadiums. This is more detail for the football stadiums, not only just inside, also externally. The signage for the football stadium is very clear, so the audience can find a way to go into the stadium, also go out from the stadium easily. And with this picture, you can find in this stadium is clearly designed in the Forcy Club. So this is a membership of a club. They come to this stadium, but they enjoy the social activity inside the club. This is another stadium example. In this stadium example, you can see here has the dedicated design for the press box people. So here is the press elevators. And you see here is the club membership elevators. So main stand is the special VIP. And you can find a lot of different like pub and some entertainment positions also. Let's discover how is the stadium solutions based on 5W. This is the example for the stadium solutions recommend from RGBink. Anything you see from this picture? I think your main focus may this. S14. Then we can find out why S14 can be in stadium business application. We will start from this area first. So the area we mark with yellow. This area we call area 1. How to take care the area 1 requirement. What is this area 1? This will give you more detail. This area 1 is the real-time capture. So it's the broadcasting company, for example, for the stadium, especially is for the sports channels. In China, the sports channels is like CCTV5. This is Chinese sports channels. In US, for example, it's ESPN, is the sports channel especially. And all these sports channels, they will put their camera on site in the stadium to do the live broadcasting. And consider about the stadium is quite big area. This broadcasting company, their camera go to the broadcasting truck is quite far away. The distance is more than 300 meters. So in order to send the signal from the broadcasting camera to the broadcasting truck, there should be long distance connection. And this long distance connection is by fiber. And if you can find that, from the broadcasting camera to the fiber transfer, the converter should be in between. And as you just asked the question, because the different broadcasting stadium, different channels, their standard may be different. For example, in China, the CCTV5, the channel standard is PAL, P-A-L. In the US, the standard is ESPN. So for the equipment in use in between should be standard compatible. It can do auto detection. So let's find out World RGBink has some solution can take care of this. This is some of the picture. Because of different channels and different broadcasting camera, they were shooting for each of the moment that can make you more enjoy, more entertainment, more interesting. And this kind of the moment will send to you. The solution from RGBink, the converter, MSP217, is used to convert from the SDI to fiber. And MSP217 is an all-in-one converter. It can input the SDI signal and then output as a fiber. And at the same time, it can input the fiber and output with the SDI. So it's a bi-direction converters. And based on the SOP module will be installed inside the converter. It can support the multi-mode fiber or single-mode fiber. For the single-mode fiber, it can support up to 10 kilometers. And very important, the MSP217 can do the auto detection for the input format. For example, the input format is a 720p60. From the output of the fiber is the same format. it do not do any conversion inside. And for the Chinese standard, for example, the input can be 1080p 50, and from the fiber output is 1080p 50 also. It can do auto detection, do not do any conversion in between. And make sure without any conversion in between, the signal is the original quality, no compressed, no lost. And you can find RGBink also providing the fiber cable solution with the fiber cable drum. We call this is a fiber cable drum or fiber cable reel. RGBink providing the fiber solutions is with the multiple core. We can providing the fiber cable with the 2 cores. Here means 2 cores because it's a 2 single fiber inside. And measurement we can support up to 24 fiber cable in size. And very important, this kind of fiber cable is for the heavy duty application. So it can be used in both outdoor and indoor. For the stadium business, the heavy duty application is very important because the fiber cable will goes from the broadcasting camera to the receiver. It's a long distance transmission. Anybody will put their foot, put the truck, put the car, or cut the knife, will make the real-time capture lost. So with the fiber cable solution for this application is very important. And in order to make sure the fiber cable can be used for the next time and more times, we providing the protection cap here also. So make sure the fiber will not go dirty, will be kept perfect for the next application. And in case the fiber cable to be put aside, with the drum here, will help you to do that. You can check very detailed into the RGBink price list. We had a good example to show you how one drum can take care of the fiber cables. How long is the fiber cables can take care by one drum. Different size of drum can take care of different size of the fibers. For here, I will use different size of fiber, but not just use a different distance of the fiber. Because more cost of the fiber in one big fiber cable, it will take the size, it will take the room, and then the drum size will be different. And then let's go to the area number 2. The area number 2 is this yellow part. Let's focus on this. So this yellow part is the control room, area number 2. We can see more clearly here. So what will be in the control room? You will find in the control room is more than the equipment list I put here, but I would like to have this equipment here for example. Firstly, the media server will be in the control room. And there will be more media server. Depends on how many channels and how many heavy duty application it will be happens. I will come with more detail in the coming PPT. And slow motion system will also require for this kind of application because we will show the recall signage. We will show the recall moment. And some of the slow motion will help you to show the recall moment better. You will find a graphic generator like digital signage player also in the control room. And you will see the caption equipment which will be used for the scoreboard to show what's the result at the moment for this game, for this match. And you will see the control panel on the desk. And this kind of control panel is depend on what kind of the stadium. Some of the stadium is full equipment on a lot of control panel, including video, audio, and lighting. And some of the control panel is quite huge and quite big size. And in the control panel, in the control room, you will find a video wall or a lot of monitor for sure. And this kind of the connection, you will see the connection is coming from the fiber. That means the control room is known together with the broadcasting camera. It's in the dedicated place. And this kind of the dedicated place is also far away from the real-time capture cameras. So the fiber connection is required. This is one of the examples for the control room. In this picture, you can see the multiple displays, the big control panels, and some of the addition desktops. Then let's find out what kind of RGBink solution can be used for this kind of control room. Firstly is the media server, the UMS4. The media server is important for the stadium because the media server is used to do the recording for the real-time camera broadcasting. So recording is the first function. The second function is because there is some editor inside the control room, they will edition the moment and then to broadcasting out better for the on-site audience. So the addition for the recording content is required. So the media server software is required for this kind of application. And you will find the RGBink media server UMS4 is compatible for the universal media servers, including the Datatone Watchout, the Christie Pandora, the Archaos Media Master, the Arena from Resonance. So this is the normally used media servers in this kind of applications. And because the stadium application is very important, nothing can be lost for the real-time broadcasting out. So the safety for the media server is the top requirement for this kind of application. And you will find the UMS4 is coming together with the redundant power supply to make sure even one power supply lost, another power supply can take over exactly and no anything's lost. And in order to make sure the media content can be addition and can be extending, the UMS4 is coming with the SSD disk on the front panel. It comes with the 4 slots for the SSD disk. All the SSD disk is supports up to 4 TB, for example. And this kind of application make sure the connection is safety is designed with the lock connectors. All the interface is lockable. And for different kind of the stadium applications, the capture card may be require difference. For example, from the broadcasting company, some of the capture card they will require like NDI capture card. Some of the capture card they may require for the 12G SDI capture. Some of the capture card they may require for the HDMI 2.0, for example. And why the US4 is designed as a module base. With this picture, you can see much clearly from the front panel for the SSD slot, for the lock interface and control interface also, for the capture card with like 12G SDI or HDMI. RGBink also providing the score solution for the stadiums. The score solution for the stadium will be dividing based on the stadium, different type of the stadium. For example, the basketball is with the basketball score solution. The score solution including the charger machine and also the score software. The volleyball, the football will be different to the basketball, for example. The charge on the field together with the player, they need to connection to this charge machine to make sure the score is correct. And not only the score is correct, also, for example, the player will get the yellow card, the red card. This kind of information is also by this kind of the charger machine. On the last sessions, we finished the discovery on the area 1 for the real-time captures. The area number 2 for the control rooms. From the second sessions, we'll discover together for the press box solutions. Area number 3. So this is more detail for the area number 3 for the press box. How many people will be in the press box? It's not only the staff from the broadcasting channels will be in the press box. There will be the newspaper. There will be online broadcasting, the company. For example, all these staff, they will be in the area of the press box. And for all this audience in the press box to get the information correctly in time is very important. This is more detail for the press box picture. For this application, the press box has a very nice view from this area, from this office. And you can see all them has quite a lot of connections on their desktop, and what kind of the connection they need for their desktop, what kind of the message they need to get the information. The message they need to get is from the real-time capture camera. So they make sure the real-time capture camera, they can have a different view angle. They can have a different position to find out what happened on during the game. Even they need to find out what happened for the audience around the stadium seats. They need to get a message from the player to see how old is the player, what's the advantage for this player, and what's the score value for this player. For example, they need to get all kinds of these messages. And in order to get all kinds of these messages, they need to get the information not only just from the broadcasting camera, they also need to get the information from the control rooms. So they can get everything, every information based on their require. They can do the switching. They can pick up the message as they need. We suggest to put the matrix inside the press box. This matrix is equipped with the fiber inputs. For example, the Flash 16 supports the fiber input modules, and it output with the different modules based on the monitor requirement. For example, some of the monitor it supports the HDMI, so the output module can be HDMI directly. And some of the monitor is with the HD-based, so the HD-based output module will be installed. And in the press box, there may be with the some video wall, like 2x2, 4x1, so can have all the audience in the press box can see the message easily. And Flash 16 support a video wall function like 2x2 or measurement by 4x4 or 8x2 or 16x1. Some of the application it may require just simply for the signal to extending to the remote display. And the remote display maybe is the projector. Quite a lot of projector already coming with the HD-based interface. In order to make this kind of a connection, MSP315+4 is suggest. It is compatible with the projector for the HD-based standard 2.0. And here we will go to the area number 4. The area number 4, let's find out more into detail with bigger pictures. Is including scoreboard. The scoreboard on the stadium is including the advertising screen. For example, for the football stadiums, there is quite a lot of this kind of advertising screen on the floor. And for the video screen, so this video screen normally we will take care of the real-time broadcasting out for the on-site audience to make sure they can get they can have a different real-time content from the control rooms. And what kind of a solution for the RGBink can support for these screens? This is an example for the scoreboard pictures. For the scoreboard, because we already talked about the score solution, the score machine for the charge, the score software is running in the control room. In the control room to the scoreboard, the distance is quite far. Normally, this kind of distance will take care by the fiber or take care by the Ethernet cables. For what we already do, as a reference, the fiber is normally this kind of solutions. And in order to make sure the score solution in the control room can be connected to the scoreboard, we suggest to use the fiber extenders. And most of the scoreboard for now is the LED display scoreboard. For all the LED display, they are using the control system is coming out with the Ethernet port, Cat5. So in order to make this kind of connection correctly, the Cat5 to the fiber extenders will be required. And RGBink MSP 209 will be used for these kind of connections. In the control room, from the Ethernet output, we'll have the MSP 209 transmitters. In the scoreboard for the receiver, we'll use a fiber to Ethernet receiver, so can conversion the signal back to the Ethernet. So there is always one pair of the MSP 209 will be used. MSP 209 is coming with the two different types based on the multi-mode fiber or single mode fiber. The multi-mode fiber version is MSP 209M multiple. The single mode version is MSP 209S. You may ask, what's the interface for the fiber connectors? The interface can be decided for your order. You can write down your interface requirements. We're providing two versions for this kind of interface, LSC or SC. This is a picture for the real-time screen. And as we say just now, this real-time screen will help the audience in the stadium to watch the game, watch the match better, because this kind of content is coming out from the control room. We would like to suggest for the real-time video screen, come with the RGBink GS4 solutions, for example. But most important is coming with the Subito solutions. This is the Quasar, the sender module from RGBink Subito systems. And this module can be installed into the all-in-one video scaler like GS4. And it can be installed into the video wall controller like Flash Pro 8. This connection will connect the Cat5 outputs to the MSP 209, for example, to the transmitter. And then on the display part, it will be changed back to the Cat5 interface. What's the advantage for the Subito? I will show most important two advantages. The first big advantage is the Subito is the part of the exposed solutions. So for all the operators, they just need to use only one software. Doesn't matter is for the video switching, video wall solutions, or for the LED control solutions. Expose is the only one software. You do not need to use multiple software. The second advantage is the DISTRIBUTOR is coming with the open API. The protocol is the open protocol. So any application, especially you want to do the remote control or remote monitor, like remote cloud solutions, to understanding what's the temperature for the LED display, to understanding which pixel have been died, which connection have been lost. The DISTRIBUTOR API will help you to do this. This is a picture for the advertising screen. The value of the stadium can be carried on comes from the sponsor. And the biggest sponsor is the advertising company. And the support for the advertising company is the branding. And that's why this kind of branding will be on the stadiums everywhere. Doesn't matter it's on the screen, on the floor. Doesn't matter you will see in the digital signage design in the restaurant or in the toilet. I will show an example what kind of how to make this application with RGBink solutions. For example, this is the digital signage display on the floor of the stadiums. How many pixels will be on this floor? Take example. This kind of screen comes more and more with the LED display, pitch 16. And how many meters of these LED displays? Just for example, 400 meters. Okay, you had a calculator, check it out. 400 meters with pitch 16. What's the resolution of this display? There will be very huge resolution. And this resolution, if you come with the idea, okay, we use the S14 because the resolution on the horizontal is more than 10,000 pixels. Yes, that will be very good business, but that means the cost will be too much. For this kind of display on the floor, this kind of signage is designed with the area. I will use this picture to show the area design. For example, these two Visa logo is area number 8. These two logo is another area, area number B. So you can keep going, area number C. And this kind of solution is providing by software. Software will providing the area content. And for the hardware, just need to distribution the content. Do not need to do any video wall solutions. Just need to do the distribution. So what kind of the hardware solution can help to distribution this kind of the content well and with the small cost? We would like to suggest the signal distributor, the solution from RGBink. From the picture, you can see the signal distributor can have one input. We just example, this input is the area number A. This area number A will be split into 4 outputs. These 4 outputs just the copy for this area number A. And this area number A in the digital displays, you can copy to a digital signage like this. And this digital signage can be on different locations. So for example, here, we can show this digital signage all the same with A. Okay, and if you think about, this is the input for area number B, and then from the other four outputs will be the copy for the input number B. For the digital signage content player from the digital signage solutions, they can change in the software for this kind of content. A content can be the content B, and A content can be the content C. From the software, this is very easy to play out. And why is the signal distributor is a good solution for this kind of application? From the picture, you can see is coming with the lock connectors. All the connector is the Ethernet lock for the Cat5 connectors. And for the power, it can come with the Ethernet connection power connector also, to make sure on the stadium business, any audience, any player, they will not keep all the cables. So they make sure the safe qualities. Any question for the press box in the signage playout solutions? Then we will go on with the broadcasting trucks. In our first session, we're talking about the audience. We cannot support all the audience can come to the stadium to watch the game. There is some of the audience, and we must say, more audience cannot come to the stadium to do the on-site watch. They need to watch from the TV. They need to watch from the internet. So the broadcasting, the stadium events is very important. And that's why we can find quite a lot of the broadcasting trucks. They are next to the stadium when there is the game happens. And we'll see how is RGBink solution for the broadcasting trucks may happen. This is a more detail. This picture can show you the signal come to the broadcasting truss. The requirement is the SDI cables. In some of the application, because the SDI cable, the distance is not enough, and they will use the fibers. So in our first session, we are talking about the SDI signal to the fiber. We can use the MSP 217. And for sure, in the trucks application, if the signal comes is with the fiber, we can use the MSP 217 also, because MSP 217 is a bi-direction converters. If you go into the broadcasting truss, you will find some section, find some applications. Most of the application you will pay attention to is the monitor. Quite a lot of monitor will be used in the broadcasting truck. Different monitor will be used to monitoring different content to make sure the content will be safe before the broadcasting track to send to the internet or send to the satellite. And if you pay attention to this kind of a monitor, you can find some of the RGBink solution can be used for this. And some of the truss will be put there to do the on-site broadcasting out directly to the display next to the truss also. So you can see some of the video switchers inside the truss also. RGBink has the broadcasting quality monitor for the application. And RMS8424 is one of the examples. Is the resolution come with the different interface in the display. And it's widely compatible to all kinds of the SDI standards from the SD to the 3G SDI. We're providing much smaller display to say the rest size. For example, for the 4542, the 4.5 inch, but it's a quarter monitors. And we're providing the 4K monitors also, like RMS 1516. And if you go into the broadcasting truss, you can find there is a different kind of the converter will be put into the rack. And some of the RGBink converter you can find to be used. For example, in the broadcasting truck, they will use some of the commercial monitors, like HDMI commercial monitors. And you can use the MSP 3.304, for example, to do the, MSP 303, for example, to do the HDMI to do the SDI to HDMI conversion. For the video switcher, we will suggest to use like D6, for example, because D6 can be compatible both HDMI 2.0, display 1.2, 12G SDI, and it will be down compatible to be 3G SDI, HD SDI, to be all-in-one solutions. And this will be good example to support the 4K solution, including the 2K digital signage together in one of the units. For more detail, we can discuss with the D6, because the D6, the function list is quite widely. And then let's go to the area number 6. This area number 6 is very special, quite different. Why is special and different? In the other area, doesn't matter, it's area 1 for real-time captures. The signal here is only one side, from the converter to the export team. But if you check here, the signal connection is bi-direction. The signal goes to the in-house suite, and also the signal come back from the in-house suite. Why it happens? Because in-house suite, they take care not only to check the content, they will also put more content on the content they already received. So this kind of the content can be sent it back to the control room, and then the control room operator can take it out to the digital signage, or to take it out online, or to take it out to the broadcasting trucks to add in the values. Let's see the more detailed pictures. So here is the example for the in-house edition suite. This will give you more detail. So this in-house operator, it do not just take care of the switching, it also take care of the additions. And this kind of addition will put into the content. And this kind of content will be taken out from the video mixer here and then sent back to the control room. The solution for the RGBink for this kind of addition will be the M1, for example. M1 is a good video mixer for this kind of in-house addition. It supports 4-channel inputs. These 4-channel inputs can be totally customized with the different input interface. Doesn't matter it's SDI, fiber, HDMI. And for the output can be HDMI or SDI. So to connection to go back to the control room will be much better for the image quality sake. And the second advantage for the M1, it takes care of the audio also. It takes care of the audio, not only just the audio direct checking for preview. It takes care also the missing all the input channels audio together. For the in-housing editor, it can preview the audio with the preview audio out. And then it sends out the audio with the program out. This program out audio can go separate to the audio channels. And of course, this program audio out can be embedded into the HDMI or embedded into the SDI. This is an application effects for the M1, for example. And if you have more question and interesting, we can discuss M1 more detail after. Number 7 is for the stadium club. And based on the stadium club build up, normally it will be the video wall will be built up for the stadium club. And we'll suggest the Flex 4 ML, this kind of equipment can support this kind of design. It can support up to 4x2, 8x1, and for example, this kind of video wall applications. So this is an example, and this PPT you can go through by yourself. The area number 8 is especially for the meeting rooms and for the ballroom, for example, for the stadium. The meeting room and ballroom is the position. So for the ballroom people in the stadium, they can meet together, can do the review and can do the price decision in case all the events happens. Normally in the ballroom, there will be the projector to do the edge branding. So we will suggest the Flex for this kind of application, or for the 2x2 or 4x1, the video wall setup. You can use the Flex RS1 also. We suggest the Flex RS1 because it's a 4K quality and it supports the HDR compatible. This is some of the example for these applications. For the VIP rooms, very important, you will see the VIP rooms people, they have a controller besides them. They can decide from the controller to show what they want to see on the monitor before them. So they can decide to show replay, or they can decide to show what kind of camera they want to see. And in order to make this happen, we suggest to put the matrix like FLASH32 to do this kind of switching and distribution. And the last is the exporting. Why we use exporting for this kind of application? Because it's 52 inputs and 40 outputs, and it's a streaming already based. You do not need to have a streaming accessory to be built in. It supports different input and different output as all the other S-series. Some of the reference for RGBink stadium design, for example, in Thailand for boxing. For example, in Iran for World Volleyball Champion. For the FIFA 2014 in Brazil. Some stadium application in China. Okay, because our time is a limit, I will close this topic quickly. And if you had any question, please put online or send an email. Thank you so much for your time.